Yeah, my people, spontaneous life from Sparrow. My people, yeah, spontaneous life from Sparrow. Is my people in the chat yet? Let's see if my people are in the chat. Oh, yeah, my people are in the chat. Yeah, they are. Spontaneous life from Sparrow. Interesting developments. Observing a few videos today. I thought I have to do a spontaneous live. I have to, from what I've seen. Let me just say good afternoon to a few people before I expose my view on things. Let's say a good afternoon to a few people here. Good afternoon to the old school Pete. Afternoon, Pete. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday, fella. Yeah, hope you're enjoying your Saturday and weekend. Good afternoon to Sparkling Steph with the little dog Tia. Yeah, good afternoon, darling. Hope you're having a nice weekend as well, Saturday. Good afternoon to the Clowns College, Anne's Clown College. Hope you're having a good weekend, fella. Very busy there at that college, I think, weekends. Yeah, it could be busy at the weekends. Good afternoon to the Scott Grant. Yeah, my people. Yeah, thank you for that, Scott. Hope you're having a cracking Saturday, fella. Cracking Saturday. We got, yeah, he's keeping it straight, keeping it straight. Mark Lines, keeping them straight, them lines. Well done, Mark Lines. Top fella is Mark Lines. Yeah, Mark Lines is a top fella. Good afternoon to Shannon the Cannon. Let's go, champ. Woo! Yeah, I like that. Shannon's got the gloves on and blimmin' hell, if that's a picture of the real Shannon, like, yeah, he looks a business for that sort of stuff. Yeah, he looks a business. I'm going to give you my take on things in a minute. I'll just say a few good afternoons. Get a few more people on the thing here. Good afternoon to the John Ross. All right, buddy, I'm fine. Hope you're fine on this Saturday. John, enjoying yourself. Yeah, good afternoon to Craig. Yeah, Glasgow fella. Don't mess with Craig, like. Yeah, don't hassle him walking about in Glasgow because you will come unstuck. You'll come unstuck with Craig. Yeah, definitely. And good afternoon to the creature. I suppose the creature was speaking last night. Words of wise wisdom from the creature. Yeah, yeah. Good afternoon to the little lady. She likes her bare knuckle boxing and all that. Angela Kelly, big fan of the Team Scotland. I'm going to just talk a little bit about bare knuckle boxing in a minute. That's why I've jumped on for this spontaneous live. But let me just say good afternoon to the one and only Cat Weasel. Whoa, yeah, you know the cat. Yeah, I like the Cat Weasel. Yeah, we got the Cat Weasel. Okay, I might just, yeah, I'll just give you. I've seen a couple of videos out there, and yeah, with experts, people getting trained by experts. Now, I'm not saying that these people aren't experts in their chosen fields. I'm not going to name any people like experts in their chosen fields, but my take on this bare knuckle boxing, yeah, and looking at what I'm seeing in gymnasiums, boxing gyms or whatever, people getting trained to take up these bare knuckle boxing fights. What I'm talking about is the YouTubers, isn't there? You know, like the YouTubers. From what I've seen of a few of the YouTubers getting training from experts. They're getting training from experts. Well, I'm going to put my neck on the line and I'm going to say that the experts, the training they're getting from experts, how can I put it? I'm trying to be diplomatic here, but it's not much cop. I'll just come out there. I don't think it's the correct training for bare knuckle boxing. I'm not going to name the particular experts and whoever's learning. There's videos out there of YouTubers getting trained, yeah, and they're smashing into these pads. You know these pad things, yeah. You know when a guy holds a pad, these pads in gyms, giving it welly and all that. This isn't for bare knuckle boxing. The reality is of anybody who's got any experience of bare knuckle boxing. I'm talking about the bare knuckle boxers who have been around the block a bit. Yeah, you know, I've actually done bare knuckle boxing. You cannot get into that ring and start swinging at the, you know, replicate what you're doing with a boxing glove glove, yeah, either against a punch bag, yeah, you know, like a boxing glove, whatever size boxing glove, it don't matter. You've got a boxing glove, you're battering it into the punch bag, right? Or else you've got a guy in front of you with pads, you know, these things, and you're smacking them and all that. That is not the same as when you are in one-on-one with another boxer, bare knuckle boxer. If you were to throw your hands the way these people are throwing these things at pads and all that, you'd probably break all your knuckles or break your hand, have a fracture. You can't do it. It don't work. The reality is when you get bare knuckle boxers, anybody that's got any savvy on this, yeah, any savvy on this is when the two people that are in the ring analyse bare knuckle boxing fights with people that have been doing it, like, you know, online proper bare knuckle boxing fights, you will see most of it is accuracy and timing. Accuracy and timing. It's not all that slugging stuff with these punch bags and pads. That could be okay for boxers. You know, boxers who go in with boxing gloves, you know, 10 3-minute rounds or whatever. Boxing, you know, like boxing, yeah. Bare knuckle boxing is a different game. Yeah, it is the bare knuckles, yeah. And it's two guys having a punch up with bare knuckles and all that stuff about smashing into bags with gloves on and all that, yeah. You know, into these punch bags and these with pads, all this stuff. It's a waste of time in my book. It's a waste of time. It's an absolute waste of time. It's no good. They're not going to do that when they get into the ring one-on-one with another bare knuckle boxer. No, I'm just giving it my view on this. People can disagree or whatever. The two people get into that ring, 4 2-minute rounds or whatever 2-minute rounds it is. Mostly it's not going to go 8 minutes. It's whoever is, in my view, bare knuckle boxing boils down to, yeah, having a good chin, being able to take a punch. So if you caught one and you're susceptible to a punch, you'll get knocked out, or else you'll go on the deck, you'll get up, the guy will come at you again, you'll be down again, and you'll probably get beat. Right, so if you've got a good chin, that helps, yeah? You can take a punch. The second thing is with the bare knuckle, it is more about accuracy, if you can land a punch on your opponent, yeah, and timing, get out of the way and all that, bash, get out of the way, bash, keep yourself protected. I've already told people out there the basics. You know the basics? Keep your hands up, keep your guard up, especially in that bare knuckle. You just want to keep your hands up high like that, straight, right? Not even down like that, like sort of run a bit there, something like that. You want to actually protect the face, like, and you get in there, and then, so basically all that stuff about these guys swinging 90 miles an hour, hitting pads and all that, forget about it, waste of time. Yeah, get your accuracy, you know, accuracy, yeah. Maybe get on one of them, you know, them round ball things with a spring, like a boing, boing, boing. Just do that and don't go do lally. Get your accuracy up, your technique, yeah. Straight punches, look, that's it. So when it boils down to it in there, all that stuff about swinging and bashing 90 miles an hour, you do that and you're going to break your hand in half. Yeah, you transfer that to a bare knuckle boxing match. You can try and swing one of the big haymaker things, what they're doing with the punch bags and all that. You'll break your hand and your opponent will win the fight. You'll actually beat yourself if you go by all these training things. What are you doing in these gyms, punching punch bags and pads and all that? What's that about? This bare knuckle goes back to basics. It's a punch up. It's a punch up, yeah, a controlled punch up. Like two guys walking down the street, one bumps into the other, they turn round and they have a barney, bish bash wallop just with their fists. Basically, that's what it is. That's what it is. And a lot of the times out there in the street or wherever it may be, it don't last long. You know, 30 seconds, a minute, minute and a half, whatever. If you get two guys that are quite tasty, it might go on for a couple of minutes, like, but it'll be over quickly. So all this stuff about punching punch bags 90 miles an hour in gyms on pads and all that, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I think all it boils down to is accuracy and timing. Yeah, so be accurate. If you're going to stick one on somebody, get it on their chin preferably. Yeah, keep it the way, protect yourself at all times, and you have a good chance of winning. Maybe if you're speedy as well and a good mover. So you could say accuracy, yeah, landing a punch on the button, timing, yeah, good timing, speed, yeah, and being a bit of a dancer. That's the 4 qualities, right? So don't be fooled by this thing about all this punching bags and this, that, the other strength. You ain't going to do it because your body and brain will tell you when you get in there one on one, you'll have a sort of natural mechanism inside your head or whatever that will let you know how hard you can throw a punch. You're not going to throw one that's going to break your hand or break your knuckles in two. This is an inbuilt thing. Like, so all these people that are pounding with boxing gloves in gyms, pads, giving it this and that, you ain't going to do that in the bare knuckle boxing. I am afraid you ain't going to do that in bare knuckle boxing. And cardio, yeah, oh, hang on, let me look at the chat. So, sorry, I haven't really been looking at the chat. So let me just look at a few things, because you get some people who are knowledgeable about this stuff. I mean, I'm not an expert by any means, but I'm just giving you my take on it. This guy's got all the gear on, he knows a bit about it. Shannon the Cannon. Cardio and stamina is a must for any type of combat. That's right. Yeah, that is spot on. I mean, that is spot on, Mike. If two people are still going at it, sort of thing, they're not so accurate. It's going to go on for quite a while, I should imagine. But when it boils down to it, that bare knuckle boxing, like, when you think of it, it is just a punch up, innit? It's controlled, innit? You can't kick or whatever, or do other things that you would do in a street fight. You know, other people would do things like other techniques. It's basically it's the fists, innit? And if you look at all these videos online, you know, YouTube punch ups, you know, the fair game and all that stuff, fair play, man, and all that. You look at the punch ups and all that. They're not doing all that stuff that you see these guys in the gyms are doing. No punching punch bags and all that. I'm talking about when they're fighting 1-to-1. It's all about that. It's just to get the punch on, innit? Timing and accuracy. This thing about these gyms and all that this is for proper boxing. When I say proper boxing, I mean, you know, the stuff, 10 3-minute rounds, boxing gloves. That sort of boxing is a different boxing from bare knuckle boxing. Bare knuckle boxing is a very, very basic form of combat, if we use that word, combat. Yeah, two guys getting in there and that's it, bare knuckles and all that. People who are actually throwing the punches, they can break their hand in two and all that in their knuckles if they're not careful how they deliver the blow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could beat yourself. If you get in there and start doing that stuff that you see in these gyms and all that, you'd break your hand in two. But they're not even going to do that anyway, because anybody that knows anything about anything, if you've not got any boxing gloves on, like, you're not going to be throwing stuff like that in the gym. So hence, it's a waste of time what they're doing in the gyms, smashing these pads and all that. Look, giving it welly. They ain't going to do that in the real bare knuckle boxing match, hitting any punch bags 90 miles and like, they ain't going to do that. It's not going to happen. It's just two guys in front of each other like that, and whoever they're trying to do each other, yeah, with a good accurate punch, and whoever gets it accurate and lands one on the old button is more than likely going to win. Like, you know, maybe knockout, somebody might get cut or whatever, but what I'm saying is it's accuracy and all that, and stamina to keep going if the two of them are at it. But I don't buy all this in the gyms thing. The only thing I will say is what I agree with Shannon out there completely. The cardio, yeah, get yourself in the gym and do some running machines or them rowing machines, rowing machines, and maybe go out running a bit, run around the park, get the cardio up, get the old heart ticker going. So that's where I'm coming from on that. I'm going to stick the link in because if there's anybody there, anybody in the chat getting excited, really, they probably know a bit about this boxing and all that. Yeah, jump on and talk with me. Tell me what you think. I don't proclaim to be the expert. I'm more of a sort of a expert pundit. Yeah, I'm not an expert as such. I've never done bare knuckle boxing. Yeah, I've never done actually bare knuckle boxing, so I do not talk from any experience in bare knuckle boxing terminology. I've never professed to be a bare knuckle boxer. I am only I would say an expert pundit. Self-proclaimed expert pundit at that. Yeah, I'm self-proclaimed expert pundit. Let me put the link in, see if anybody wants to come on and talk to me about it. Tell me. Yeah, tell me about it, man. I'm going to be on it about 4:30. What time is it? 3, 4. I'm going to be on it about 4:30 or something. We've got plenty of time, like. So I'm putting a link in if there's anybody who wants to come on and espouse their experience, what they think, whether I'm talking a load of rubbish or whether there's anything in what I say, or like they might have their own stuff which I could take some tips from about it. Yeah, let me stick a thing in. I'll stick the link in, and anybody who wants to jump on and give their take on things is welcome to do so. Welcome to do so they are. Yeah. I've stuck a link in there, so you know how to do it, don't you? Just click on the link, a page will come up, scroll down the page, click Enter Studio at the bottom, and you'll come through to here. So basically it all boils down to this thing's a very, very basic fight. There's not a lot of technicality to this, really. Yeah, keep your hands up, protect your boat race. It's going to be whoever's accurate with an accurate punch and timing is more and has got a bit of cardio, stamina, are going to win the fight. All this stuff about punching punch bags, punching the pads in gyms, waste of time in the Sparrow's view. Waste of time. It's not a waste of time if you're doing boxing, proper boxing, like 10-minute free rounds and all that boxing. Yeah, you can do all that punch bags and all that because you've got gloves on. But when you're doing the bare knuckle boxing, you ain't going to be throwing these punches like that. You break your hand in two. It's just not going to happen. So what is the point of doing that? Better to stick really just the jab type punch. The jab type punch, accurate, timing and fast. If you can get them in straight on the chin, a few of them will shake somebody up, and then you could give them a bit of a hook, but you won't be going like, you'll be just, bosh. Yeah, there's not a lot to it, technically wise, I don't think. Technically, there's not a lot to it. Yeah, you do. Here's what it is: accuracy, timing, speed, and movement, dancing. That's the 4 qualities I think you need: accuracy, speed, timing, and dancing. Yeah, if you can do that, you're in a good position. You're in a good position. That's what that's how I read it at the moment. I'm watching all these people out there. I won't mention the names, but I'm just talking about like YouTubers in general. Like, do not get carried away with punch bags in gyms and pads. These things, punching pads and all that, because you might be giving these punch bags and pads welly, but when you get in one-on-one with somebody in bare knuckle, you ain't going to be throwing a punch like that. You'd end up breaking your hand in two. You'd end up breaking your hand in two, man. Oh, up, man. This is, I'm not even an expert, but I can suss it out, like, I can suss it out that I could, if I went into a boxing gym and I stuck a pair of these gloves on, yeah, and I'm punching this punch bag like as hard as I can or whatever, hooking into it and all that. If I go out and I take these gloves off and I have a scrap with somebody in the street, I'm not going to be doing the same thing. Naturally, my mind would tell me, if you do that without boxing gloves on, there's a chance you're going to break your hand in two. So you would be punching a different way. You would be straight and accurate. You could turn it into a little hook and all that, but you wouldn't be doing this pounding like that. You break your knuckles in two, or you'll break your hand in two. That is it. I mean, you don't have to be an expert to suss that out, I don't think. Yeah. So all this thing about these people with boxing gloves on and all that, that is not the same as bare knuckle. You're not going to replicate what you do punching a punch bag and punching, pads. You're not going to replicate that when you take the gloves off. Your actual mind will even make you say, no, don't do that, because you're going to break your hand in two. So why do it in the first place? Just concentrate on accuracy, speed, timing, and movement. So in other words, get your jabs accurate, protect yourself when you do it. Yeah, speed, if you can be fast, like, get a couple in. Yeah, timing, get nice timing as well, and movement. That's the four qualities that I have thought about in bare knuckle boxing. So all this swinging about doolally in gyms with gloves on, pounding into bags and all that, yeah, like that, look, like that, and these pads, I don't think it's going to do you any good in the ring and a one-on-one in bare knuckle boxing. It's not going to do you. You cannot transfer that to a bare knuckle boxing match. This is my view. This is my view on it, man. Yeah. Yeah, this is my view on it, man. It's like, so this thing at the moment is a false economy. You know, these guys, I don't know, like the YouTubers especially, I mean, they're getting trained by people who are experts, but they're experts in their actual field of combat, you know, in a combative sport. But that's not the same as getting bare knuckle, like. They would have been better going to people who actually just do bare knuckle boxing. The people who have actually been in the ring and done bare knuckle boxing, even only had a couple of fights, like, you know, but bare knuckle boxers who've done it, they have got more experience over the bare knuckle than experts in other combative sports. Because what the experts in other combative sports are showing these guys is bits of what they do in their own combative sport. You get what I mean? Like, so all that thing with the gloves and the bag and the pads and all that, they would be doing that when they're training for their own fight in their own combative sport. But it's no bare knuckle. Bare knuckle's just what I'm talking about. No gloves, two guys getting in there, and all that stuff about punching the bag and all that and punching the pads. It's not applicable. It's not applicable to bare knuckle boxing. It's a completely different thing. Completely. As I say, you'd break your hand in two if you threw one of these things that they're doing at these pads and all that, and these punch bags. You'd break your knuckles in two, probably, the first punch. Yeah, that's only my take on it. It's only my take on it, and I just try to impart my, my knowledge as an expert pundit. I'm just a pundit. I'm not a bare knuckle boxer. I have not professed to be a bare knuckle boxer. Right? I'm not a boxer as such. So it's only my view. People will disagree with me. Let me look at the thing and that. But I don't buy all this stuff about swinging and bashing into the punch bags and these pads. It's a different ball game altogether. You will not be doing that when you go in the bare knuckle boxing. Well, I see. Anybody agree with me? Yeah. If there's anybody out there that thinks I'm talking a load of rubbish, they're welcome to come on. And this guy's getting excited here. Look. So you don't buy training for a fight? I mean, if you opened your lugs up, mate, you just hear me talking earlier about getting your cardio up, training cardio. Looking at these YouTubers at the minute, general fitness for fight is most important, rather than scudding into a bag, like, yeah. And what I'm saying is that this stuff, like about the bag and all that, and pads and all that, that is for, this is, I'll tell you what I think, that you'd want to do that bag and pads if you're a boxer, you know, like a boxer, and you're doing 3-minute rounds in a boxing ring. You could also probably do a bit of that if you do MMA, you know, where you wear the boxing gloves as well. You could probably, that would be handy for that type of fighting, yeah, because I've got a bit of gloves on. But when it boils down to bare knuckle boxing, it is bare knuckle. You're not going to throw punches like you're hitting a bag or pads when you do bare knuckle boxing. I don't think anybody can disagree with that. You probably break your hand in two. Like, if you see these guys throwing these things and all that, are they going to do that when you get in the ring with another guy? Nah, because they break their hand in two. They're going to just go look for a, when you get a chance to have it, get a dig in, they're not going to be going in there throwing punches like that. They'll break their hand in two, man. Yeah. Yeah, this is just basic thing, me jig. Oh, this guy here, look. Oh, well, I'm not even going to argue with you, mate. You seem to think you know the bare knuckle. Have you done bare knuckle? Have you? If you've done bare knuckle, I'll reconsider it. Like, so just tell me if you've done bare knuckle in the chat, and I'll reconsider your thing. Hand wraps, that's just like a little bit of hand wraps. I don't think. No, hang on a minute. I'm not an expert here, but hand wraps don't even go. They don't go in the knuckles or nothing. I think they go on the wrist. I think that's where hand wraps go. Yeah, hand wraps on the wrist. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. That's where the hand wraps go. Yeah, so anyway, you're going to have disagreements, aren't you? I mean, as I say, I'm not an actual bare knuckle boxer, so I'm only talking from my punditry. Yeah. I'm only talking about I'm only talking as an expert pundit. Some people might even question my expertise as a pundit, but it's only my point of view, like on that one. Yeah, look at this guy, Uncle G. It would be wrist wraps. Maybe I've invented a new thing, Uncle G, wrist wraps. I don't think there's anything wrong with having wrist wraps, is there? It's not illegal, is it, to have wrist wraps? Is it illegal to have wrist wraps? Or have yeah, Lionheart. Yeah, Lionheart. Wraps protect your wrist. Right, let me try and clear this up. Let me clear it. Oh, there's Jimmy Cranston. He's a voice of reason, is Jimmy Cranston. He's wraps off of the wrist. Yeah, there's a voice of reason. And Jimmy knows a lot of stuff, man. He says wraps off for the wrists in bare knuckle. That's what I got told as well. That's what I heard. You don't wrap nothing around the knuckles of the hand. It's only for the wrist. The wrist wraps or whatever, hand wraps are for the wrist. Right, if we can put in here, we're going to do a poll. Right, number one for, right, this is what I say. I say that the wraps, you know, the wraps in bare knuckle, are go round the wrist. They go round the wrist. They don't go on the hand. No, they go round the wrist. That's where the wraps in bare knuckle go. Now I'm going to say number one if you agree with me, or number two if you disagree with me. So number one is the wraps, bare knuckle wraps go round the wrist. Yes, number one if you agree with that. Number two if you think it's wrong. Right. I've got a one there. Right. I'll wait for the numbers to come through. Oh, Lionheart agrees. He don't even say a number. I'm getting good agreements coming through here. Yeah, they're not coming through as ones. Yeah, the wraps don't go on the hand. They go on the wrist and bare knuckle. Even Creature, who is an expert in this, you know, the white Creature, he's got it. There you go. I'm only a pundit. I'm only a pundit. I say I'm an expert pundit. People may question that, but everybody agrees with me. Number one. Yeah. There you are. Even Gavin Laidlaw, he's went 7 ones. Thanks, Gavin. Thanks for that. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah. Don't me now, MMA. Don't know when he's coming or gone now. Yeah, my people. Oh, yeah, thank you for that, Creature. Yeah, Sparrow Noise, thank you for that. Yeah. There you go, Jimmy. Jimmy knows a lot about it. Look, the Raps King, Jimmy Cranston, yeah, the voice of experience. The wraps come down the back of the hand, but the knuckles must be exposed. See the knuckles? I did say that the wraps, you might be able to put them on your wrist in the top of your hand, but the bare knuckles must be exposed. And that's what I was getting at. Yeah, the knuckles. That's where you're gonna this part of the hand, you know, the knuckles. Yeah, the knuckles can get broken. Like, so you're not going to be throwing any punches like they do in the gym with pads and all that, because you'd end up breaking your knuckles. Do you get what I mean? Like, and yeah. So yeah, but so the thing is now, I'm going to change my name to Don't Doubt Me, Jockney Sparrow. Now I'm only having a laugh with MMA. Yeah, this guy's quite good. He's an up and coming amateur MMA fighter. I think he said about 19 fights or 17. I don't know what his record is, but MMA, check out his channel. Like, I stuck it in a link before. MMA channel. See, he's into all that stuff, you know, like MMA boxing, MMA fighting. So he's quite keen on all that sort of stuff. Like, but when it comes to the bare knuckle and all that, yeah, I think it's a different game sort of thing. Like, that's why I was saying, like, that you get people training people and all that who are training, you know, like boxers, MMA, you know, all the different type of combat sports or whatever. Not bare knuckle, but other ones, you know, like boxing, MMA. I don't know what the other one is. Muay Thai. You know, any type of different kickboxing sports. It's like, how can I put it? Yeah, you know, if you get people from I'll just say it, like, you get people from MMA or boxing, proper boxing or kickboxing or anything, wants to show somebody, instruct them how to do bare knuckle boxing, unless the experts themselves have actually done bare knuckle themselves, you know, bare knuckle fights. Yeah, I don't think they're even qualified to teach them. They might even be world champions. You can have a world champion MMA or boxing, but unless the person, the world champion MMA or boxing or kickboxing or whatever, has actually done bare knuckle himself, you know, like a bare knuckle fight, or done a few bare knuckle fights, It's not the same as what they do in their other sports as world champions or whatever. Yeah, that bare knuckle is specialised fight game. So there you go. All that stuff about in the gym and all that, punch bags, pads, I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. It's just, as I say, as a pundit, just I think it's about accuracy, speed, timing, and movement. Accuracy, yeah, speed, timing, yeah, and movement. The three elements. Just remember that: accuracy, speed, timing, and movement. I'll put that in the chat. Yeah, hang on. Let's put that in the chat for you, yeah. For anybody who wants to make a note of that. Accuracy. Let me get this in the chat for you. If there's anybody out there that wants the tip on this, yeah, let's get this in there. Accuracy, yeah, speed, timing. This is the four elements, yeah, of bare knuckle. Yeah, this is only me as an expert pundit. I'm just exposing the four elements of bare knuckle boxing. Yeah, let's put them out there. Let's where am I? Yeah, let's get them out there. Yeah, I think if you want to make a note of them or take a screenshot of this, yeah, this might stand you in good stead. Anybody that wants to do bare knuckle, I'll stick this on the thing. There's the four elements. Yeah, accuracy. Look, yeah, plant it on the chin if you can. Protect yourself as well at all times. See how I'm not dropping the hand? I'm not dropping the hand. Look, watch this, look. Don't do that. See that hand go down? Hang on. Don't do that. Don't drop the hand. When one hand goes forward, the other hand stays up high, the guard. Protect yourself at all times. Yeah? All right, so we'll get back to it. Right, accuracy. Look. Right, going for the chin. Yeah? Speed. See, I'm speeding it up. Timing. Movement. There you go, the four elements. Yeah, I've wrote it down for you, yeah? Take a screenshot of that if you haven't got a pen. And that is the four elements. Concentrate on that. I forgot one element. I have to apologise to Shannon, you know the guy, the boxer. He might still be in the chat there. Cardio as well. Should really add cardio to that one. Hang on a minute. So it's going to be 5 elements. There's 5 elements. Let me just change. I think you'll remember that, won't you? If I won't bother putting it on the screen. Just make a note of that. Cardio as well. Yeah. So that's the 5 elements: accuracy, speed, timing, movement, and cardio. Yeah, get your heart rate up and your breathing. You know, your breathing. So going back to the basics, forget about in gyms laying into punch bags. Yeah, laying into punch bags, laying into pads and all that stuff. Waste of time. Yeah, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time unless, with the caveat, unless you are training to be a boxer. Yeah, you can do that if you're a boxer, because you wear boxing gloves, and what you do in the gym can be transferred to the ring because you're wearing the boxing gloves, innit? So you can throw any big punches like that, giving it welly on pads and all that. But when you get into bare knuckle boxing, you ain't going to be throwing punches like you do with gloves on. You can't do it. You break your hand in two. The body will naturally tell you, no, you can't do that. So you'll be going in and you'll probably, I'm not even done bare knuckle boxing. But I'm thinking when you're going to go in there, you're going to be the best punching technique is straight jabs. Straight, accurate, and fast. Yeah, protecting yourself at all time. Yeah, that's the best one. And then if you get an opening, if somebody's like, you've caught them with a good jab or something and they drop their hands, then you can open up, bosh, a bit of a hook, say, or whatever, get a bit of power in. Probably more like not like a jab, but a hook type thing, not a big swing like that. Bosh, that's it. It basically the elements, accuracy, speed, timing, movement, and cardio. So you got your accuracy, yeah. Speed it up, innit? Right, timing, yeah. Look for the opening, bosh, good timing. Movement, dance about a wee bit, yeah. Yeah, don't just stay head on, dance about a bit. Cardio, work on the cardio, and yeah, and that's it. Like, hang on a minute, somebody want to jump on? Yeah, let me put the link in for I think C Butcher wants to jump on. Yeah. So basically, that's the 5 elements. Yeah, jump on, C Butcher. I'll stick a link in for you, man, if you want to say something. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm completely right or anything. It's just my view as an expert pundit. I've said that I'm not a bare knuckle boxer or nothing. I'm just giving punditry. Punditry. Some people might say you're talking a load of rubbish, but I think there's something in what I'm saying. I'm going to stick a link in. I'll stick a link and see if Butcher one is coming on. He's welcome to come on. He can have a thing. Me. As I say, I'm only giving my view. Like, I'm not an expert. I might, some people might think he's talking a load of rubbish and all that, but yeah, we're entitled to our points of view. That's why, like, I'm bringing this guy on in a minute, or could be even a lady. I don't know. See Butcher one. Could be. We don't know who it is. Like, yeah. See Butcher one. Who's this up there? Yeah, come on tomorrow, MMA, anytime, fella. I'm on tonight as well, on 7 till 10 tonight, and on the early live, and I'm on the late show at 11 till 1. So I'm on twice tonight. Hang on, I've got somebody here who looks like he's a bit of a bare knuckle boxer, I think. Here we go.
Hello. You all right?
Yeah, good, Dylan. Good, mate. How are
you? Good. I'm okay. I'm good. Yeah. I was an amateur boxer, and I'm in the Isle of Man. I did a lot of amateur fights. Went to Ireland, boxed all over England, Wales. Yeah. I went down to the Channel Islands, Jersey, Guernsey, boxed all over. 10 years of box for the Isle of Man. Never made it as a pro because I ended up incarcerated due to a fight outside a pub. I went to get bottled, moved out the way, smashed the lad, and I broke his jaw. So anyway, cut a long story short, they stuck me in the docks, and they put me in the same category as someone out of the army. I had letters from the British Boxing Board saying, "Don't send this lad to jail. He's going to be the first person to make it, potentially make a name for himself in the Isle of Man." And I had letters from the chief minister at the time. Everything never worked. Actually went against me, and ended up doing 18 months. And I don't know if you're aware, but our jail system in the Isle of Man is 5 times as harsh as it is in England.
Yeah, they used to have that butch thing for years. Remember the thing called the butch? Like when it all finished, that they were still whacking people with this stick thing or something, weren't they?
The birch.
Yeah.
My old fella, right, was one of the last people to get the birch, right? And he got 4 lashes. for stealing a pint of milk on his way home from sea.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
harsh place, the Isle of
Right.
Man.
Honestly, brutal. Like, honestly, I mean, there's a lad I know. We got caught with 4 ecstasy tablets 4 years he got. In England, they would have put it down as personal or whatever, probation, nothing, drug referral.
I did see something online about that. They're very hard on.
Extremely hard, like
very hard, man. Yeah.
So anyway, as for boxing, like anyone new coming into the sport, and I've coached kids, I've coached in gyms, and I always say, hands up, and I always say say to yourself, back, right? So when you're throwing a punch, back. So it's always back to your face, right?
Yeah.
So you've always got that. If someone counters, it's always back.
Yeah, that's
right
good.
in your hand, yeah. And just simple things like that will help you a long way. But as for bare knuckle, that is a total different game. You've got to be explosive, a lot of luck as well, and it's a lot of bare knuckle inside. I mean, you can keep people at bay. You can keep them at range.
Yeah.
You know, jab, hit, in, out, move, bang, up, dance around the ring, in. But it's like getting hit, right, with a brick.
Yeah.
Not a glove. It's like getting hit with a brick.
Yeah.
So all these kids that think, oh, I can do it. I'm telling you now, you've felt a glove, but you've not felt a brick.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, Dylan, what do you think of my theory? You know, these guys, I won't mention their names, but they're all in gyms at the minute. They've got boxing gloves on, right? And they're all bashing these bags and they're doing this with pads like that. They're not good. When they take their gloves off, you know, and they're in a bare knuckle thing, they can't do the same thing, can they? You know, like, they break a hand in two, I think.
No, well, with bare knuckle, right, your wraps only to support your wrists. You see, do you know what I mean? Your wrists, you put them halfway.
Yeah.
So, and if them wraps on properly, even in boxing, when they're on properly and they're in between your fingers, if they're not on properly, right, it can pull your thumb. When you hit someone, it can pull your thumb right back. Do you know what I mean? And you can push, and it goes like right into you. And when that happens, telling you now, my thumbs, my fingers, carpal tunnel a lot. I've got it all from fighting, and so you've got to have your wraps on properly, like. But just wanted to say thank you very much for letting me on your channel, and I love you. I love watching you and listening to you.
Jump on anytime. You're welcome anytime, Dylan. No worries. It's good to hear from somebody that's got boxing. Do you still do the training? Do you still train people and all that?
There's three gyms on the island, and they always when I bump into them, or everyone's saying come down the gym, even if it's just to help out, even if it's just, do you know what it is? The last year or a couple of years, I've just like sort of, I haven't lost the love. I still watch it on telly, you know, and I actually watch the boxing without the commentary, because the commentary can change the way you feel towards the fight.
I
watch it in silence. So, but anyway, they're always saying, come down, help out, you know, just come down on a Thursday or just come down on a Wednesday. Or I will do it, and I will get back into it. But when I do something, it's all or nothing. I put 100% into it, or nothing.
That's good.
So, like, but another thing about the boxing as well, for the new kids starting out and that, after the back thing, right? A lot of people, two things actually. You know, when you hear these people going, is,
The
A lot of
noise.
people, take the piss out of people for doing that. They're like, "Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Well,
Yeah.
you sound stupid. You sound stupid." What you're doing is you're making yourself breathe, because a lot of times lads tend to throw punches, and when they throw them, they're holding their breath.
Oh.
So when you're holding your breath, you're getting
Yeah.
tired quicker
Yeah.
than usual. You're getting
Yeah.
out of
Oh,
breath. Why? Because you're holding your breath.
oh
So
yeah.
it was a tactic years ago, like in the 70s, I think I read about it. It
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
tactic to get people to breathe,
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
right? And then the other thing is, I've noticed a lot. I've watched like the likes of Danny Christie. I've watched Paul Venice doesn't do it, but what is it? The Snake Pit. Um, there's another, the Swan.
Oh yeah.
I've watched them all, right? And the main advice I'd give to them right now is, right, when they throw a hit, when they're on the pads,
Yeah. Yeah.
right, and they go in, not only back, right,
Yeah.
but when they do it, pretend someone's going to hit you instantly after it, because they go in, they throw the combination, and then they stand there and wait to be told to the next one, or
Yeah.
they'll
Yeah.
or they'll move to the side,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Pretend somebody's actually going to hit you directly after that combination. So bang, 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 weave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it's just a weave, bob, weave, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Back, bob, weave. Wait for your next instruction.
But,
Back.
but,
And then wait for your next
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
instruction. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So they're just the simple things that I teach, or I
Yeah.
would teach and tell them to do. And
Yeah.
now that I've said that,
Yeah. Yeah.
you'll watch them on the pads, you'll see that they're waiting for the instructions. Well, when they're in the ring, they're not going to have someone there telling them 1, 2,
That's
1, 2,
right.
3, 1, 2, 3, move, 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? They need to throw the combination,
Yeah.
bob,
Yeah.
right? Wait for an instruction as you're bobbing and weaving. You know what I mean? Keep
Yeah. Yeah.
moving,
Yeah.
moving, and throw punches and bunches. There's just loads, but
Well, this is what you see is this is what you're seeing. I've been banging on about this for a couple of weeks. I'm not a boxer or nothing, but I was saying like when you see guys even in the gym without the pads, they're just doing the bag thing and they're
yeah,
throwing the stuff. What I was saying to them is they're not doing it. They've got to imagine that bag is a guy who can punch you back. So when they
yeah,
throw the punch with the hook, they've still
yeah.
got to keep their left. Say they're going to do a right hook, they've still got to keep their left up as
A
if
lot,
there's something going to come back at them.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But all
a
they're doing,
lot.
they're dropping it.
Another thing is, right. A
Yeah,
lot of lads, when they throw their punches, right, they're dropping their right hand, or
yeah, yeah,
they'll drop the other hand.
yeah.
You know what I
The
mean,
right or the
right?
left, they'll do
So
it both.
what I used to do is, just for instance, my glasses here, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
used to make them hold something like a glove, another
yeah,
glove
yeah,
or
yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah. That's
right?
good.
And work with the jab to keep their hand there. Do you know what I mean? Right? When
Yeah,
they're on the bag and they're doing the bag work, right? To keep keep it there.
that's it.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. That's
just little
brilliant.
things like that to teach them. You
Yeah,
know,
brilliant.
but they're not doing it. They're dropping their hands. They're throwing the punches and dropping their hands. I'm telling you now, if I was in the corner with some of them, I'd be
Yeah,
like, right, wait till he throws that left hand and give him a right hook,
yeah.
right? Because even though he's landing that jab, you're going to land that right hook.
That's
Do you
right.
know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
he drops that hand.
That's right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? there's loads of things,
I
loads of
mean,
things.
I'm not a boxer, but when I just like imagine a thing, it's easy if you think about it to keep your hand up.
Yeah.
You know, once you start doing it, if you get the habit, you'll be doing it all the time. You know, like when you throw a punch. But they're doing these things and they're dropping like you say, they're dropping the handle in and they're open for a shot sort of thing. Yeah, brilliant
Simple
stuff.
things like, you know, when they're fighting a southpaw, right? Always keep your foot. If you're orthodox, right, and you've got a southpaw, you keep your foot the left of his. That makes him slightly at the side to you, so you can hit him an uppercut and hit him with the backhand more. All right, don't let him have his foot that side because it makes you square onto him. And if you're square onto him, then you're going to fall backwards. Like, it might not be a knockout, it's just that you're off balance, so they'll call it. You know what I'm saying? It's just simple little things like that.
Basics.
Just on YouTube. I'm just live on YouTube talking. Surely I'll be in a minute. Yeah, so that's just my daughter coming in. We're getting ready to go out, all the girls. I've got 3 girls. Absolute nightmares. You know what I mean? The only boxer in the family, right? And I had 3 girls.
Well,
but I can't wait until I'm not making them hurry up or out, like, but I'm like, well, I can't wait to have a grandson. So I guarantee I will make him world champion.
That's the stuff, man, isn't it?
I'll dedicate my life to it. Like,
can I ask you something about? I never watched it, but I heard there's a lot of controversy. There was a fight with the Scottish guy called Josh. What was his name again? Josh something.
Last week's fight.
Yeah, and got beat. He beat a guy called.
I didn't think he was
or something. I forget his name.
I actually only seen the highlights of that. It was one of my daughter's birthdays, and then I still haven't had a chance to go back and watch all the full fights. But a lot of people were saying it should have been the other fella that won. I mean, them commentators, right, that were on, have been doing it for 20 years. They know the game inside and out. They're better than some of them judges out there, right?
Oh yeah,
and they're saying that the other guy won, then that other guy won.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they're saying.
When I used to fight across, right? Like, in some places, like in Ireland, right? I had to put the guy on the canvas, because if I didn't put that guy on the canvas, he was winning. Even if I flogged him the whole round and he didn't throw any punches, he'd still win the fight.
Because
that's how corrupt some places are, like in boxing. Like, I remember watching, I think it was in Azerbaijan, the World Amateur Boxing Championships, and it was when Anthony Joshua, one of them was fighting, and he come second, but he won that fight. But because it was in the country, it got swung to the other fella, and I thought, I hated that. That's what I hate about the sport, when things like that happen.
Oh yeah.
But how are you doing anyway? How as a person, how are you doing? Are you mentally, are you good?
I'm good, thanks, Dylan. Yeah, I'm okay. Like,
I don't get sucked into this YouTube thing and all the fights and all the trolling and all that. You can just like brush it off and stuff.
Yeah, because my channel, like, is basically how can I put it? I'm just like on YouTube to have a laugh and all that. So I've just got my channel's like I have sort of about say 35 people in my chat, like, in my lives, who always come on. So there's no hundreds, and it's like the people are quite nice in the chat. They don't you know, I've got like they don't go over the top and all that, like in the
Yeah,
chat. And that's what I do. I mean, I'd rather just have like say 30, 35, 40 people on my live, you know, who are having a laugh and all that, than having, you know, 200 people all shouting at each other and like having punch ups. So really, no, we just have a laugh and all that on the channel, and
sorry, this is my first time live on YouTube. And
you're doing well, man.
I was a bit dodgy at first, and but I'm all right now. I've actually been thinking about building my own channel, and you know, I talking to you, like, does it take a lot of time and commitment?
No, not really. I mean, you can manage your time. No, not really. I mean, if you're just doing, it depends what you're doing. Are you going to do like videos or lives or both or what? You know, what's your plan?
I don't know. I was going to do something like towards the boxing side of things, certainly, definitely.
Right? Well, you'll get a lot of people interested in boxing because that's a you know, like specialized area, isn't it? Like.
Also, I was going to do sort of like into the true crime things.
Oh yeah.
I was actually going to. I could even go into the true crime on the Isle of Man. I know a lot of the heads. No, I didn't. Don't judge me on that one. But I'd like even history, the Isle of Man bits and that. I've got the 3 legs of man tattooed on me.
There. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, the Manx man.
Around the outside of Manx, it says, "Whichever way you throw me, I will always stand."
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And that's what it means, and that's why it's 3 legs.
Yeah, I got pulled up. I accidentally. One of the guys comes on here. He calls himself the Manx man. He's got that badge, you know, like his logo. Yeah. And I never knew. I said a couple of nights ago. I went, "Oh yeah, the Isle of Man." I said the Channel Islands are quite nice, aren't they?
Not in the Channel Islands. Whoa, whoa!
Yeah,
we are our own island.
Yeah. I went on Wikipedia.
I'm quite travelled, and when I talk to people, I always say we're in between England and Ireland.
Yeah, that's right.
We're a little island in between you, right?
Yeah.
Them islands are more off France than they are off England. If you look down the map, they're like Guernsey or Jersey is 9 miles off France, but it's 11 off England.
Yeah.
But Channel Islands, just like they're their own people. England, we've got our own government, and our own currency. We've actually got a pound note.
Oh.
I wish I had one to show you, but we've got a pound note. Use our pound coins, we have pound notes.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out, but
so if you're thinking of doing your channel, what you could do to start with is just make videos. You know, like videos.
Yeah.
Talk to you're talking to me, you know, but you get your camera or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, say 15, 20 minute like video, you know, talk about a thing, a subject or whatever. It could be boxing or it could be, you know, like you just do videos and then you might, I mean, I don't do thingy podcasts, but you could even do this thing like, you know, where you interview people, like, you know, people.
That's what I was going to do. I was at first, I was gonna like maybe tap into the true crime sort of side of things and interview like the old villains of the Isle of Man, or
that'd be good. Yeah.
Like, because in each part of your England, like you've got like the Brian Cockrell, do you know what I mean? The Taxman or the Craze down in London.
That's
right. You know what I mean? Like, well, we've got our type of people here. You know, that everyone knows and everyone talks about, and but he's a gangster him, or he's do you know what I mean? I was going to go down that road, but then I thought, no, do you know what? And then I thought about like just boxing.
General. Boxing.
Then I'd need like doing my own commentary, or then I thought about doing something just like what you're doing. different topics.
That's it.
Just talking to general people.
Yeah, just do lives. Yeah, do lives or whatever. You'll probably get a lot of people from the Isle of Man, you know, because you come from the Isle of Man. So if you talk it on your lives to start with about things like themes to
well,
do
our
with
population's 90,000, so
you know,
I probably wouldn't get that much people unless they were searching for me and I called myself the Manx man, or like the Manx man, or you know what I mean, and I had a Manx flag and people seeing it, or I tagged the Isle of Man in it and then people type it in, or do you know what I mean? But I don't.
you
I
just try things out and all that, because you'll be surprised. You don't really, with your lives and all that, you don't need to get like hundreds of people watching them. You can still have a good laugh, like 35, 40 people and all that. If you can get that sort of things, you would enjoy it, I think. You know, you could be talking about like what happens on the island, you know, the different things. I don't know what happens on the island, but you can do.
Honestly, hardly anything happened here. Where if someone someone will go in the newspaper for robbing a Mars bar out of the shop. Honestly.
Yeah.
that's the type of thing they talk about. You know, they've got nothing. Nothing happens. Like, but like, because I follow the whole clique, the whole like Paul Venice, Danny Christie, fighting trolls. You know, even the lad. That's a point. That lad up in Scotland, bloody. He went with the mercenary guy. I follow him as well. You know, Bobby K. Bobby K. Right. He needs a medical before he boxes. Right. He needs a urine test. Right. And a proper medical. And I'll tell you for why. Because if he gets in that ring and he gets hurt, right, they'll be liable.
Yeah.
They will be liable, even though it's bare knuckle, right? And they might have got round how they've got that doing even that, right? I just think he is like at the start he was a story, wasn't he? He was like he come from a hard background, drugs, drink, his brother dying, and I was all, yeah, come on, lad, right? Getting into boxing, the best thing in the whole world to get into if you're in that state of mind. You've got something to focus on. Then I heard he was using again. Then I watching some of his videos, and I'm like, he's definitely on the gear there. And I'm like, and you can tell when in his talking, his speech. But I love watching him. I love, you know, and I love his enthusiasm.
Yeah.
But his enthusiasm and his ego, right, is taken over. And I honestly, I really do think that. That's my personal opinion. And everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But I'm just saying, like, he is going to get hurt. Honestly, his reactions, right, even taking Valium, right, even like boxing's at a fast pace sometimes, especially bare knuckle. It's explosive, right? And his timing has got to be spot on. That's some lad, right? That's not on the gear. Some normal lad, right? He's not on the gear. He's just total straight head, and is sorry, got a dry mouth. Right? Some lad who's trained hard, who's never boxed in his life, or beat him just because of his slow reactions. And, you know, you know what I mean? He'll land 2 or 3 before he's even thought about protecting. You've got to think about protecting and throwing at the same time and moving, and you've got to think about 5 different things all at once. And that's why you do drills. You do drills. You do the same thing over and over again. And I know it gets not monotonous, but you've got to do them, because when you're in that ring, you don't think about it. You're doing it naturally. You're thinking about something else because you've drilled it into yourself to do that combination, that move that way, move this way, do that. You can think of different things because you can naturally do them punches without thinking about it. These lads haven't had that time to do that, and I just see it as a train wreck for that lad, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame because his story would have been amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Dylan, this guy, I've just put it on the screen. He's called Lucifer74. Yeah, Lucifer74. That's his channel. Yeah, Lucifer. He said if you want to jump on his live sometime, just jump on, have a chat with him. He's got a channel. He's just started a bit like you're going to do. His channel's not been too long. So remember the name Lucifer74.
Lucifer74. I haven't even got a pen, but yeah.
Just do a screenshot. You'll remember that, wouldn't you, Lucifer?
I will do. Just done it.
All right. So what I was going to say, what I would think you could do as well is maybe if you do like your story, you know that thing about before you got stuck in the slammer, you know, with the boxing stuff.
Yeah.
You could.
I mean, I don't want people to judge me. I really don't. But you know, I've been stabbed. I've done some bad things. I've never hurt a woman or kids though. I've never done anything dishonest or anything like that, or anything. I haven't been an angel. I'm telling you now, I've not been an angel, but I've not been a wrong either. So
if you start your channel up, come back.
Basically talk about. I could talk about my life. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah. When you start doing videos like on your channel, you could do one about like, you know, the stuff leading up to when you were doing boxing, you were doing well, but you ended up and stood with that punch up in the pub and all that. You can explain, you can say about that, and then you can move on to different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you've got a lot of opportunities like to do that. And then when you do start your channel, right at the beginning, just come on and I'll give you a shout out thing on here, like put your channel thing in.
And if you're talking a topic or whatever, I can put my views across.
Come on anytime.
I'll tell you what, I'm not having that camera down there like that because I look about 30 stone. I'm going to make sure it's up there like that.
No, you're okay, man. You'll be okay because I'm going to be gone soon. What do you call it, Dylan? I've got to go and do a few things in about 5 minutes. So
right.
Yeah, but it's been
not a problem. It's been brilliant talking to you. And stay safe. Look after yourself.
Yeah, you too, man. Yeah. Come back anytime, like,
Thanks for having me.
It was great talking to you about that boxing and all that.
Yeah.
And good luck with the channel. When you get your channel up and running, come back on.
I will do. I'm going to make a new one. This one here is just so I can watch things, you know, save videos, whatever. There's actually a couple of me from about 10 years ago when more than that, 15 years ago when I got out of jail. I tried to get back into boxing, but I was just like a balloon. I was like, 18 stone, 19 stone, and I was trying to get back in. And then I was just trying to help out some of the kids that were getting ready for fights. There's a couple of videos on there, and then yeah, I'm going to start a whole new channel, new website, new email, and sort it out.
All right, do that, Dylan. That's good, man. Yeah, that's good. That is.
Well, thank you very much for having me. Honestly, God bless you, and look after yourself. Stay safe. I know people have got their own versions on COVID, but I've had it, and it wasn't very nice. I tell you.
No.
So I just stay safe. Yeah. Even though you're jabbed up or whatever, I'm jabbed up to death, but still got it.
Yeah, we go in it like.
Yeah.
All right. I'll catch you later. All
right. All the best. Thank you.
Have a nice afternoon, Dylan. Yeah, I'm going to be saying.
I don't know how to leave here now.
Yeah, I'll do that if you want. Yeah. Oops. Let me get Dylan off the thing. Help him out. Yeah, so I've just had a chat with Dylan there. So anyway, the thing about the bare knuckle boxing and all that is these wraps go around the wrist and they come down a little bit, but they don't cover the knuckles are exposed. When Dylan does his new channel and all that, jump on Dylan and I'll put your link to your new channel in. We'll have a chat about your new channel, what you're doing on it, you know, what you do, if you do videos or whatever, and we'll give you a shout out on new channel. So basically that was a spontaneous live there. Anybody that wants to know a link for these spontaneous lives, subscribe to the Sparrow channel, yeah, because you only get about no more than half an hour's notice for the spontaneous lives. So subscribe to the Sparrow channel and hit the notification bell and you'll be kept in the loop. That was interesting talking to Dylan there. He had a boxing background and all that. But as I say, I just came on to give my view on the what have you, the bare knuckle boxers. So I'm just going to say good afternoon to a few people before I go. Good afternoon to the Jimmy Cranston. Good afternoon to my co-hostess, the fantastic dancing queen Diane Hunter. Good afternoon to the white creature, top fella. Good afternoon to the Paul Taylor Cook. Yeah, Paul Taylor Cook. Good afternoon to Crosshatch. Good afternoon, Crosshatch. Good afternoon to Jim Murphy. Woohoo, Jim. Good afternoon to the Lionheart. Yeah, the Lionheart's good. Good afternoon to the Gavin Laidlaw. Woo. Good afternoon to Soil again. Soil Alpin. Yeah, Soil Alpin. Good afternoon to Fly Me to the Moon. Good afternoon to you there, sir. Good afternoon to the Lucifer 74. I think he's going to go and have a nap in a minute, is Lucifer. Or watch a movie, I think he said somewhere. Good afternoon to the Anne's Clown College. Whoa. Good afternoon, Anne's Clown College. Yeah, good afternoon to the little lady from Liverpool, Glaswegian Mo. Good afternoon, Mo. Good afternoon to the Johnny Woodsman. Yeah, Johnny Woodsman. Have a good afternoon. Good afternoon to, let's see who else we got here. I'm going to go and do a few things in a minute. I'll be on at 7 o'clock again. Good afternoon to the Hector Brocklebank. Good afternoon to the Hector Brocklebank. Yeah. Good afternoon to Z Butcher 1. Good afternoon to Z Butcher 1. Whoa. Yeah, Z Butcher 1. Good afternoon to Chris. Yeah, Chris. Thank you, La. Thank you, La. Chris. Thank you, Chris. Oh, good afternoon to the knowledgeable fella, the top guy, Jimmy Cranston. Good afternoon to the Jimmy Cranston. Yeah. Good afternoon to Dom Max Beach. I think that says Beach. Hi, Sparrow. Hi, Dom Mac Beach. Yeah, we've caught most of the people there. So I'm going to sign off now. Oh, yeah, last but not least, sorry, I nearly slipped up there. Good afternoon to my second in command of Sparrow Channel, Chief Executive Officer, the fantastic, fabulous, tremendous, terrific, wonderful, lovely, beautiful Peggy. Good afternoon, darling. Catch you tonight at 7. Mwah, kisses to Peggy. Mwah, kisses to Diane Hunter, my co-hostess. And mwah, kisses to everybody in the chat, except for the fellas. You can duck. That is meant for the ladies only. Yeah. 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 Catch you tonight at 7 o'clock on the early live, followed by the late live at 11 o'clock. But tonight I'll be on at 7 o'clock. Have a good afternoon. Catch you later.